Yo, Haggerty, shut up.
It's not even me. You're such a bully.
Yo, what's up? This is Danger Ranger. This is probably the second time I've introduced myself on stream. Pretty funny, right? I had another stream called Thursday's Thoughts, but I do this shit Mondays now, called CleetiG Weekly News. Welcome to episode 7. We got one of our CleetiG admins, Mr. Slim Jim. Would you like to say hello, Mr. Slim Jim?
What's going on, everyone?
All right, that's enough of that. And then we got Rhea.
Hey.
Rhea. Rhea, what are you doing right now?
Eating dinner.
That's cool. What are you eating?
Mac and cheese.
That's nice. My brother likes mac and cheese. Haggerty, you're here. How you doing?
Hello, I'm well. How are you?
I'm well. As well. Alright, so I'm gonna start the episode. The second time. This is the second coming. Now I got a contest reminder, but I also got an update. I met with my guests from last episode, Mr. Cranky Liberals, Mr. Libby, Mr. Xakkadian, Acadin. I don't really know how we're supposed to be pronouncing that, Libby, but you changed your gamer tag so you can stream now. But yeah, I got with him after the episode about my contest, and we re-revised it, so I got an official statement. After reviewing the format for the contest, we at CleetiG Media have decided to make a change for the better for everyone. We want everyone to have an opportunity to get the reward for the contest, so we're going to be drawing one of the names out of the 15 subscribers or patrons to our Patreon for the $30 GameStop gift card. So the contest works about the same way as it originally did, but now it is no longer just the 15th sub or patron. It is now anybody who has subbed or anybody who has donated to the Patreon has a chance to win the contest. I will just be drawing names out of a hat, and to get in the hat, obviously you gotta sub or Patreon, and then the winner will get the $30 GameStop gift card in the mail, snail mail, like usual. So we can move on to our topics. We have 2 interviews. We have Mr. Slim Jim and Haggerty to be interviewed today. And then we're going to wrap up after that with our shout-outs. So Slim Jim. Mr. Slim. Mr. Jim.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's good. How many episodes you been on now? Like 3?
I don't know, something like that, 2 or 3.
That's cool. That's cool. So, if you mind me asking, and I did already say you're an admin, but your first question is actually, what do you do for CleetiG, if you were to explain it yourself?
So, if I would explain currently what I do for it, majority for me definitely is assisting in running the CleetiG Rocket League server, along with running our stat sheet and making sure that stays up to date as best as it can. I know currently we had a few games go through, maybe 1 or 2 last night, so there's a few updates that need to be made, and along with that, as we started with the stat sheet in Rocket League, we decided to bring the stat sheet also to the Smite League, and so I helped Bo out to build the stat sheet, and I know currently we're going to look over it and make sure that it is fully up to date and ready to be utilized for the new season of Smite. And so definitely 2 biggest things are stats and run the Rocket League server.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
For the Tenno. The enemies are dropping.
One moment.
Fallen enemies will drop crucial life support. Be on the lookout.
It's not coming through well. Oh, alright. I apologize about the awkward moment of silence, guys. I was just having someone tell me off mic. Slim Jim, your mic's coming through a little staticky on the stream end.
Prepare for life
Yeah. So, we're either gonna have to power through it, or you can maybe fix it. One moment. Slim Jim's mic's coming static.
Additional life support has arrived.
Hello? Am I back on audio? Alright, we'll go ahead and re-include your audio. I'm pretty sure we fixed it. If not, we're gonna just finish this episode with it like it is. And then, we'll make a note of it for future episodes. I appreciate you guys. But yeah, go ahead and everyone re-include your audio, please. Now, I was gonna say it's interesting you brought up, statistician and all that, because over the last episode, and this is off the topic of the interview, but between last episode and this episode, we had updated staff positions for CleetiG, and LB is now the statistician, and we actually have a new addition to staff, Mr. Glacier, as well. I did get a chance to ask him about some of his positions, or some of his duties as in his positions, and as well as I did get to ask him what kind of changes he wanted to bring to the CleetiG community. Glacier did say he's just trying to help make things work better and to provide a competitive experience for the Smite League. And then in regards to his positions, the previous positions we had, we actually took responsibilities and distributed them among our newer positions and newer members. So Glacier's job will be encompassing parts of each and everybody's job, but Ruth is actually the new league manager. So Ruth from HR is actually stepping into the league manager position now, and we're definitely excited for that. Now back to the Slim Jim interview. I do apologize. Now Slim Jim, how long have you been with us at CleetiG? And I know I've asked you this on stream before, but you know, this is a new stream.
That is true. Let me think. I feel like I've been in here for at least probably around a year, if not approaching a year and a half now.
Mm-hmm.
I joined way back in the Rocket League server in the 3/4 point to end of season 1, and then have trucked on since then. And I believe the Smite League was also a thing at the time, but it never really exploded until way down the road. But I'd probably put myself at probably around a year and a half max.
All right. Well, Smite League didn't have its season 1 until I think around the time, or definitely, or at least after Rocket League season 2. So CleetiG did have a Smite presence, but we did not have a Smite League at the time of season 1. But definitely. Now, I guess stepping into you personally and stepping away from CleetiG for this question, how many Discords do you admin? Do you do similar jobs like you do for us for other Discords? What do you do outside CleetiG that's similar to what you do for us?
So I'm an admin in, let me think, probably around 3 other Discords. One of them, I am a community manager, which is the step below the admin, which is like the top ranking. And that server is around 3,300 members. For that server, I mostly, as a community manager, I run basically kind of the public relations side. I make sure everyone's kind of happy. I listen to all their feedback. I still run a high up kind of staff membership role in a sense, so I'm still modding people, making sure the Discord runs smoothly, making sure that no one's stepping out of line. But I'm not only there as just a staff member, but also as a face of the Discord itself. We've been going through a ton of revamps to the Discord. So we've had a lot of talks about what to do with it, and so that one I've been a part of for probably 2.5 years now, almost. That was the first Discord I joined when I switched to PC a few years ago. And so that one, since I've been in there for so long, I finally, in a sense, worked my way up the ladder. And so that one's, I'm definitely the more active role of a mod / admin. The other two, I help admin and mod mostly because they're smaller Discords that really don't know how to fully function and run. So I help set them up, get them bots, and just be there if they have any kind of general questions. As those are Discords mostly for single people, so it's like a person's single Discord that they own,
Additional
and so I go in and being friends with them, I help them out and help them run it in a sense. But definitely the top two ones that I really run are definitely CleetiG, and then the other Discord, which is called Middle-Aged Noobs.
What are, I guess, a little bit more on that? Is it just Smite players with an age requirement? What is that?
So Middle-Aged Noobs is a general gaming community for mostly people above 20. We really focus on trying to make sure that it's an older kind of gaming community where you don't have to worry about the shenanigans and the irritations of younger members. Nothing against, again, like younger people and saying that they're always irritating, but there are a lot of the older generation that are big gamers that don't enjoy having to deal with, the old saying of squeakers, in a sense. And so we really tried to promote a great gaming community. We mostly focus on Rocket League, but we do have a lot of other games and a lot of other people that play different games in there. But we really just focus on our motto, which we're maybe going to change soon, but our motto right now is expect respect. And so it's mostly just a Discord server for people that don't want to have the hassle of dealing with annoying people. And so we're really just big on making sure that everyone can have a polite and pleasant gaming experience.
That's pretty cool. It's interesting because CleetiG we're like all ages, so it's interesting we got someone in staff that like works with an age restrictive Discord. Now back to CleetiG, I guess. When you originally joined us, were you a player or were you already a captain?
So when I initially joined, I went somehow, I don't know how, midway through the season, I took over a captain role. We had a captain that was stepping down, and so I stepped up and took the captain role as I joined in, and then captained for 4 seasons, 3 full seasons, and then the ending of the first season. And then after the 4th season is when 3 seasons, because we're on the 4th now. The 4th season is when I stepped down and became an admin in a sense and started working more behind the scenes.
All right. Would you ever want to go back to like being a player? Obviously, I'm not asking you to, but I'm asking like what. I guess a better question would be what was more enticing you? What was more fun? Being the player, being the captain, or being the admin?
So I've thought about that. I've had a few people ask me because a lot of people miss me being in the competitive scene. And so for me, I've always thought about it. I'd probably have to go for the full circle, and so I'd like to probably see what it's like just to simply be a player. A lot of people would probably, if they want me back in the scene, they'd probably want me to captain again. I know Drekik specifically was really bummed about me stepping down and really wanted me to come back sometime soon. And so it's going to be interesting to see when I do come back, or if I do. I'm still on the fence about it. I'd love to. It's definitely not a question of whether I don't want to or want to at all. It's more of just a question of if I do, it's got to be about finding the balance between if I'm still going to be somewhat of an admin, still help run, along with being a player, which doesn't sit well with myself most probably, and then probably others, because it's very weird to have a player also run. And so it's mostly just trying to find that right balance between it.
Real quick, correct me if I'm wrong, but you make clips of other players for YouTube and other stuff, right?
Yes, I make montages here and there, and
I knew that was you. Someone in one of these Discords showed me that bomb ass montage. Who was that for?
Well, I just finished Pandas about a week ago, and so his is up, and just today I finally picked the song, and I'm going to make mine now. And so I'm hopeful to have mine out in the coming weeks. But yeah, I just finally I've had his finished for about a month, but I've had to wait for him to return back to his PC so that he could send me the last 4 clips that I needed to finish it off. And so, yes,
yeah,
I do
commercial
make
quality. It's really nice. It's really nice. You could. I mean, I was watching it with a Willix and Sky Decay. We were saying you could contact Rocket League and honestly start making commercials for them.
Yeah,
I really liked it.
I wish I was at that point.
Yeah.
That would be cool, but I do it all out of enjoyment. It's a simple hobby for me, and so something to help pass the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And that's pretty interesting because there are a lot of like pro players that hire people who do editing
Additional
to make their
support has
montages
arrived.
for them. But unlike that, you're one to just do it for fun, which is it's a great hobby. Like I've done some editing before. It's a new experience when it comes to like technology and um, knowing what your limit is with clips and whatnot. If that makes sense.
I can agree. I had one or two more questions, Slim. What is your favorite part about being with CleetiG?
Favorite part would definitely
Everyone's spamming Z.
that's I can already tell the reason why of that. Favorite part would probably, I would say, having to deal with all the players in Rocket League, but as you can tell based off of chat, that can be pretty tiresome sometimes. But favorite part for it would probably be just simply being a part of it and helping run it, because it's always a good experience to be able to look back at something that you kind of helped grow. Which I talked with the Wheelix for a bit when we were going over some ideas and stuff. It's all about kind of enjoying the final product of something, and so being able to see something come to fruition is always a good feeling.
That's awesome. Making sure I got all my other questions down. I did have one more. What's your biggest challenge in your current position in CleetiG?
Biggest challenge as of now
Yeah.
is definitely making sure things run smoothly. As with all Discords, it's always difficult. The more people that you get into it, it's a lot more touch points you have to watch over, and so definitely just keeping up with everything is always a difficulty, especially for me since I run a bunch of other things. Making sure that I'm on top of everything, or at least try to stay as on top as I can, can definitely prove to be difficult at times.
All right. Now, do you have any advice for anyone looking to become CleetiG staff, or anyone looking to follow in your steps? Maybe if they want to become a CleetiG staff's a good place to start.
I'd say definitely the key is patience. A lot of times people will get into that role and things don't go the way they want, or things don't go the way they think it will, and they just can't take a step back and just think about the right way to go towards something, and the right way to fix something. And patience is always a key to have to be able to help you get through those.
All right. That's about what I had for your interview. Now, Haggerty, are you still with us?
No, he left.
Oh, lit. Now we can talk shit about him. Now, what's up? How you doing?
Chilling.
All right, bet. So I'm gonna jump right into it, just like Philip DeFranco. What you're on, I can't pronounce your team's name.
I've never said it out loud, I don't think. But La Guantanamera?
La Guantanamera.
Yeah. So
That's
it's
cool.
LAG.
LAG. All right. Was that your original team?
That is. This is the team that's been on the whole time.
That's cool. Now were you drafted, or were you picked up as a free agent after the draft?
I was drafted.
Cool. So do you know how long you've been with CleetiG? It's obviously only a matter of months if you were just drafted.
Sure. I about a month into the draft season or time frame, my friend told me about this league that he had found on Discord and was playing in, and he introduced me to it, and since then just been running. So it's been about 2 months now, month and
So
a
you
half.
heard? That's dope. So you heard of us through a friend?
I did.
That's cool. Are they still with us?
Yeah, River Nickel. He's on what's a JPEG?
That's awesome.
I think.
Are you a starter?
No, I'm not. I am a sub as of today.
As of today. So what were you before
As
today?
of today. Training squad.
That's cool. I know a few people that were on the training squad. Like people that I had casual with. So that's cool. What position do
I
you play?
am mid ADC.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm new to the conquest scene, as I have said, and will continue echoing like a broken record. But I played quite a bit of the other game modes. I just kind of stayed away from conquest because I didn't have a whole lot of friends that played, and I didn't like playing conquest by myself. But since November, really, I've been focusing a lot on conquest. I really enjoy it.
Mhm. Now, you personally, do you enjoy being
You are going
a
to
sub,
need
or would you
the
prefer to be a
activity
starter
pod
for
to
the
open
team?
that relic.
I think a sub is generous, to be honest. I know that I'm not where I want to be, skill-wise. I see a lot of people in the league who are just play at a higher level than I do, and that I know where I want to be, and I've learned quite a bit in the places that I can improve on. So it doesn't bother me in the slightest. I'm very content with where I am and what I need to work on.
How do you plan on improving then?
I have a couple people that I've reached out to who I think that I vibe pretty well with, and they have more experience than I do, and they have offered to watch back some of the clips of me playing, and they have already done so, a few people, um, and just offered some key pointers, and I can already see the market improvements across my gameplay.
That's awesome. Um, Let me catch up with my questions real quick. How do you fit into your team's dynamic?
I'm a troll. Um, it's true. I
Mhm.
mean, that's kind of the vibe I give off. I like to have fun. I like to.
Let's go
I
on
don't know.
the
I like to have
offensive.
fun. And then when shit hits the fan and it's time to get serious, I do buckle down and I do focus on the things that we can all do to improve. I sit back when I'm not. I try to. I don't make them all, but I try to
You opened the
watch the
relic.
games
Finish your
while
mission
the
and we'll
team
take a look
is
inside.
playing scrims and whatnot, and then offer my advice on things that I noticed or things that were said, just different things like that, so that we can. Although I'm not playing, I'm trying to absorb the kind of play styles that we have and the different dynamics that we have on the team, and as much as possible be a part of the process from the backseat role. So I try and do that, and I try and balance it out pretty well between trolling in the chat and just offering my genuine, if limited,
Mhm.
insight and experience.
All right. Now I guess as a part two, more specifically, how do you get along with your captain?
Pretty well. Munchie's pretty good. He he's a really solid person for me to learn from. He's definitely better than me, admittedly, and we get along really well. That's one thing that I really like about our team in LEG is that we all vibe together pretty well. So
That's good. Um, do you know about how long you've been playing Smite?
oh,
Like
not
a
sure.
ballpark?
Ballpark, I'd say 2 to 3 years. Probably a little more, but I had a year and a half break while I was deployed, and then I didn't play it super dedicatedly for a long time, and just like start playing Smite. I don't exactly know the date, but it was during the Hercules adventure,
Do you know what
and
season that was?
I have no idea.
That's fair. That is fair. That's cool.
I know Hasten Fatalis was a thing, so it was a while ago.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
You're 26? That's awesome. All right. Um, and you served?
I still do.
Well, thank you for your service.
Thank you for your support.
Yes. Thank you.
Now, do you have any advice for anybody looking to be picked up by a team?
Work on yourself. The biggest thing that you can do to increase the value of the merchandise is to just improve yourself. So if you're looking to be on a team, teams improve based on the player base and the people that are a part of them. So really, if you want to get better, or if you want to be on a team, just get better and focus on improving yourself in the areas that you know you need to improve on.
Now, I asked Slim this. I get to hear the answer from the other side of the pool. What is your hardest obstacle day to day in your position with CleetiG?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Which
that
is
I
fair.
necessarily have. I don't know that I necessarily have very many quote unquote obstacles. I mean, my personal skill level, I'm not satisfied with where I am in my my personal wording. No one else has said it, but my lack of ability to contribute to the team and efforts. Like I don't feel like I'm in a place where, let's say, Munchie's not able to make it or Poyo's not able to make it. I know that I'm not going to be able to step into those roles and fulfill them as well as they do, but I don't feel like... I just know that I'm not where I want to be. So the only real frustration or obstacle is just I want to be better, which I think deep down we all do. But that's really the only thing I could identify as a personal obstacle.
No, that's awesome. Raya, did you have any questions for anybody?
Not necessarily that I can think of at the time,
Keep fighting.
but
Look for
on the
reality.
whole obstacle, your answer was actually spot on what something like I'd answer with. And I've learned myself in Rocket League, to get better myself, I have to have more confidence in my playstyle.
Sure.
And that's a big part of a team game.
And then too, I think we get better individually, and then we get better together. So just familiarizing ourselves as a team, really, with the synergy aspect of it, and just like being able to know in the back of my head, hey, you know, Double's looking right now. The way he's moving, he's looking to engage, even when he's not necessarily saying that, or being able to read the behavior and say, you know, he's covering a retreat. I need to make sure I get out so that we can survive this next siege, etc. That just comes with the experience as a team and the time that we put in to really play games together and learn how we play together. And I think that's almost as important as just personal improvement.
So, if you were forced to, how would you explain your team
That's it. You
with
opened
with
the
a
relic.
sentence
Finish
or
your
more?
mission and we'll take a look inside.
Like,
It's a good
I
thing
guess,
I'm not being forced to, right? No.
I know, right? Like personality types, or what you guys hope to accomplish in the overall CleetiG community. You know, a good example answer would be we expect to break records. You know, be the new record setters.
I would say, first, I would preface before I answer your question and say that to be overly confident as a sub would be kind of claiming the achievements of someone else. So I don't want to say necessarily specifically for me, but I will say that we have a lot of raw talent on LAG, and when we learn to apply that as a team, I think that we will begin to see much greater success.
How's comms on your team? Do you guys have your own Discord?
We do.
That's good to hear.
We communicate throughout the day, just chatting, and then organizing scrims and whatnot. It all comes together. So again, it goes back to the comment I made before: is we all vibe pretty well together, and we've all identified areas that we can improve in games. I know that I sit in the party with my mic muted while the games are going on, and it's a pretty lively party with lots of communication going on across the board.
That's good. That's about it. What we had for these episode or for this episode. Did you have? I already asked you about advice for new people, but do you have any broad advice for anybody in CleetiG right now?
It's going down.
Me?
Just to improve, yeah, just to improve yourself. Is that best way to summarize your advice?
That, I mean, the best way to learn how to improve yourself is to help improve other people. So if you see other people that need work, reach out to them, because you'll find out that helping teach someone else helps you get better too. So don't undervalue the benefit and value of teaching someone else, because sometimes it's important to go back to the basics, and you can benefit too.
I like that. So yeah, that was what we had for this episode. I'm gonna do a quick episode and contest reminder, and then we'll do our shout outs. So yeah, we revised the contest. So now any of the 15 people that are required for the contest to be completed, whether they are subscribing to the Twitch or donating to the Patreon, are eligible to win the $30 GameStop gift card prize. All you have to do is, as I said, subscribe or donate to the Patreon, and I will be drawing one of the 15 to win the prize, and then it will be mailed to you through paper mail, snail mail, the U.S. Postage Office. Episode reminders, there's an episode every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's Eastern Standard? Yeah, Eastern Standard. I haven't once gotten that right. Time zones are crazy. I can't read analog clocks. So yeah. Did you guys have any shoutouts? Raya?
No, no one to really mention, this time.
I wanted to shout out Cranky Liberals, Libby. Thank you for all your help with CleetiG Weekly News. You've been helping me since the last episode a lot. Haggerty, Slim, did you guys have any shoutouts in that order?
Really, just a pretty broad one. Thank you to everyone who's been taking the time to help teach me. The folks know who they are, and I value it very highly, especially those. There have been people that didn't know who I was before they were introduced to me, and took 4 or 5 hours to sit there and watch through my prospect games and help me the first time we ever talked. So I definitely appreciate all the people that have already helped me, and the people who continue to help me.
It's awesome. I like humble, and that's how I would use. That's a word I would use to describe you so far. Slim Jim, did you have anything?
If I had to shout somebody out through my static mic, I'd have to shout out Brandon
I love
for
Brandon.
pushing himself up 450 MMR to 2K.
Mhm.
Some fucking how in threes. So
Awesome.
gotta say congrats to that. That's quite the accomplishment.
All right. That's about it. Check us out every Monday, 9 p.m.